Adronic Fun with Food here again. Earlier today I watched a video of Dave Portnoy doing a pizza review. He was at a place in Chicago called Aurelio's, and he said the pizza had a strange look to it. The cheese was very, very yellow. It looked like it had a second layer of cheese that you could peel off. And when he bit into it for his one bite review, he said the cheese tasted like the cheese you would get on French onion soup, which got me thinking. That's an interesting combination of cheeses. Now, normally French onion soup would be made with Gruyere cheese. I couldn't find any Gruyere that I could slice easily, so I got a small block of Fontina, which granted is a different cheese, but it's very similar in texture and taste. And what I'm going to try to do here on these little pizza shells, make a couple little pizzas and see how this turns out. I also have some French onion soup. I'm going to make one little pizza without the French onion soup onions and the other with, and do a comparison. So we'll start out with a little ragu pizza sauce on both of these little shells. Now, yes, I know these are pre-made grocery store shells. It's not going to be the same as making a pizza shell, but for this little test, it will work out just fine. All right, there's one. And there's two. So we'll start with mozzarella, because all good pizzas have mozzarella. And I always like to use whole milk mozzarella. I don't like the part skim at all. I don't like the taste of it. I don't like the way it melts. So we'll put a nice healthy layer of that on here. Now the Fontina, because he said that it looked like the cheese could be peeled off the top of the pizza, made me think that it wasn't shredded cheese, that it was sliced cheese. So I was able to cut my Fontina into slices that I can lay right on top of this, and it should melt in like a nice layer that you could actually peel off. Now on the other one, I'm going to strain some of my French onion soup onions and actually put those right on top of the mozzarella, because I think this is actually going to be a really good pizza with the flavors of the French onion soup on top of that cheese. Alright, and now we'll do the same thing. We'll put our sliced Fontina Gruyere imitation right on top of this. And one final item will be a little sprinkle of Pecorino Romano cheese, just to give it a little bit of that salty goodness. And plus, when you put it under the broiler, you get those little burned, little dark pieces on top of the cheese. All right, I'm going to pop these in the oven. When we come back, we'll give our French onion pizza a try. Our two little pizzas are now out of the oven. The one without the onions does have a much more yellow appearance, so that could be what he was talking about, was the cheese looked very yellow. The one with the onions underneath, you're kind of seeing the onions come through the cheese, so it's not as much. So what I'm going to do is we're going to cut these in half. And we will put, that's the cheese. And this is the onion. French onion pizza. And now we've got to give this a try. So I'm going to go with the cheese first, since Portnoy usually, all of his pizza reviews are based on cheese pizza. And again, yeah, so this actually looks just like he's talking about. you could actually almost peel that layer of cheese off, right off of the thing. So I think we're right on ball, right on the, we're right in the ballpark on this. Really good. I mean, the cheese just, it's melty, it's gooey. It goes, it works. Now let's try this thing. Does this, I think, French onion soup pizza could be a new fad after right now. Oh yeah. If you like French onion soup, you would love this pizza. French onion flavor, but you've still got some tomato sauce for the sweetness. That cheese mounted up on there, just like the cheese on the that you would get on the French onion soup crock. Outstanding. So, quick little pizza experiment. We can call it a pizza review. Pizza with Fontina. Gruyere would be the appropriate cheese, but I couldn't get any for this experiment. But the French onion soup underneath, I think makes a really tasty pizza. Definitely going to try this in a wood-fired pizza oven this summer and see how it turns out there. Have a great time. Adirondack Fun with Food.